everybody, Ivy here. Welcome back to another video.
All sexy, handsome, you a certified gigolo. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yeah, I'm on my pretty boy shit. Certified gigolo. I'm a trust fund, baby.
Well, this is it. After a lot of thought, I've decided that it's time to make a change to my career and my YouTube stuff as a whole for the better. And of course, that means I'm going full-time on YouTube. You didn't really think I was going anywhere, did you? But there's a lot more to it than that. See, for the last couple of years, I've been putting so much time and effort into streaming and just doing the same thing over and over again, and it has been creatively unfulfilling to me. Streaming in general is not unfulfilling to me. I love it. It's a great way for me to connect with all of you. However, the way that I'm going to be streaming is going to be changing, but more importantly, the way I'm handling this YouTube channel and my channels in general is changing massively. So massive, in fact, that my friend Mara, aka Micro Mara, that many of you likely know, just quit their job so that they can help me on my journey to do YouTube full time. bbno Music is not changing at all. That is my main passion project and nothing is changing there. This is strictly the rest of my creative work, which does take up a lot of my time. I've been making YouTube videos since I was 7 years old. To be clear, not on this channel. I was using my dad's YouTube account way back when, but I've been on the internet for a long time, and I've always dreamed since I was a little kid of being able to tell people stories and share things I'm interested in a way that is really interesting and engaging. A little fact about bbno that many of you probably don't know is that this is actually my 13th YouTube channel. This is not my first channel, and I don't mean like in relation to all the other channels that are bbno related. This is my 13th attempt at actually trying to make a YouTube channel work. This is the result of many years of flops and failures and trying and failing. And you may also not know that previously I went to film school for 4 years and I studied movies and filmmaking and narrative writing, and I also worked for a YouTube channel called Linus Tech Tips where I was writing tech videos, and so I have a lot of history and background with filmmaking and video production. And I've really wanted to apply that to bbno for a long time. The thing is, for a while, I was just genuinely really afraid of taking the leap of faith and saying, you know what, let's just put it all into the YouTube videos, because my streams have been such a big part of my content for a long time, and I was worried that if I shifted my focus a bit more to YouTube, people would lose interest because it might be not exactly what they're looking for. But after the past few months of you guys giving me lots of positive feedback over my last few videos, I decided that it was time. I'm still going to be streaming relatively frequently over on my Twitch channel and here on this YouTube channel, but instead of just doing gaming streams, I'm going to be shifting a lot more of my focus to doing what I like to call experimental and experiential streams. There's going to be more Ivy coalitions next year, which means more concerts on Twitch. I'm going to be doing more cooking streams and stuff in fursuit and experimental stuff that I can also make into videos. But my intention is not to become a clip farming streamer that's just doing everything for YouTube. No, I want to make dedicated videos like this one. I'd like to go over all of my YouTube channels, especially the ones that I'm putting my full-time focus into here, so that you get a better idea of what's going on. This channel, bbno, is going to stay pretty much what it is, which is meant to be a channel focusing around furry stuff. Now, by nature, this channel is thankfully very loose, and I can have a lot of fun with it. We're definitely going to be doing more stuff like that one fursuit cooking video we did where it's just fursuiters trying stuff, but also I want to do a lot of other stuff that is focused on the arts and crafts side of the fandom. Like a good example of this is a while ago I made a short video that was talking about voxel style fursuits, you know, Minecraft fursuits. I intend on making one, and I'm going to document the process and make it into an interesting storytelling video for all of you about the journey of learning how to do it and actually doing it and bringing it to fruition. You could also, I guess, treat it as like a tutorial, but it's not going to be framed that way. It's going to be much more framed around like, let's try out making this thing and having fun with it. Another example is there's a project that I started working on like 3 years ago, and most of it is actually already written and finished, and that is the history of the furry fandom. And I'm going to be reviving that video. There's been a video about making fursonas on my back burner that I'm reigniting. And basically just as a whole, the vision for this channel is to make interesting stories for all of you about furries. In essence, I'm gonna be taking all of the things that I've learned from making shorts over the last 6 months and really honing in that craft and applying it to long form videos, although most of it is going to be real life and like fursuit focused and less VTubing, but I'll still do some VTubing stuff here and there. Now, I Become Music, a channel that I'm sure most of you are familiar with, is not going to be changing. It is still going to be I Become Music, and I'm still gonna be posting roughly 1 song per month on there. Nothing is changing there. It is I Become Music, it is my bread and butter, it is my love, my biggest passion project. God, I love I Become Music so much. Fuck. Now, Vivian Grimm, previously known as Ivy Cars, is a channel that I'm going to be putting a lot more work into next year, probably starting around January. And a couple of friends and I are going to be doing a whole bunch of car-centric content. Those of you who are diehard fans probably already know this, but for the rest of you, I'm really big into cars. I would say that cars is 2 steps below furries, because I would say like tech and like, you know, nerdy camera gear and VR headsets is right below furry, and it's also furry adjacent. But cars is probably my 3rd favorite hobby of all time. I want to do some fun vlog car content with my friends and just really record us having fun and experimenting with different things, and possibly doing some big power builds if you're into that kind of thing. But again, we're gonna cross that bridge when we get to it. The first video on that channel should be coming out within the next few weeks. I Become Clips is my clips channel for clips from my stream. I Become Animations is my animation meme channel, and that channel just kind of is an upload whenever I feel like. I know that some of you guys have really wanted to see more animations from me, and if you really want to see more animations, I would definitely suggest being subscribed to I Become Music, because that's where most of my animation effort is going into. I'm actually in the process of learning Blender right now, so soon we're going to be doing 3D animated music videos on that channel, which I'm extremely excited for. And of course, the Anti-Human series, which I'll have to make a separate update video for. That's a whole thing. But basically, I don't really want to rush myself into doing more animations on that channel. I do want to do more animation memes that are not related to my own music, but it's something that will happen when it happens, because I don't really want to force it, you know what I mean? I think that the fact that I can make animation memes when I feel like on that channel is part of what I love so much about it. And lastly, I Become 2, which is the 2nd channel. And the way I would put it is I Become 2 is going to be my sort of dumping ground for anything that doesn't really fit on this channel. There's some video essays and experimental stuff that I've really wanted to do that just doesn't really have a place on this channel, but I wouldn't necessarily say that the videos on that channel are going to be like lower effort. I just think that stuff on that channel is going to not be furry or like VR chat focused. The main separator between I Become 1, this channel, and I Become 2 is quite literally just one of them is a furry related channel and the other one is not a furry related channel. So over time, there will definitely be some bleed. Like, you know, there's definitely videos that I could see fitting on any of the channels, but I'll upload them to whichever channel I feel most fit. I Become Music, I Become Clips, and I Become Animations are just on their own schedules and they're pretty consistent as is. But for Vivian Grimm, I Become, and I Become 2, my goal between those 3 channels is to upload at least 1 video per week for all of 2026. Now, to be clear, I don't mean 1 video on each of the channels, I mean between those 3 channels, 1 video per week. So that could be 1 whole month of I Become videos and then 1 whole month of Vivian Grimm videos. But ideally, I would like it to be fairly consistent, like every 1 to 3 weeks a video comes out on each channel, just because I want to be getting more frequent stuff out to you guys. Now, those keen-eyed and eared among you may be like, well, Ivy, why didn't you think about doing this sooner? And I have thought about doing this sooner. I really wanted to shift my focus into making creative videos and short films for a long time, but there were several things that were getting in my way. One of the major ones was actually the space that we lived at. And those of you who, again, have been around for a while probably noticed that this is not the same room that I was in before. This is at a new place. We just finished moving, which is also why I've been so slow the past few weeks. We moved houses because I needed a place with more space and with taller ceilings for all the lights in here, and so that's exactly what we did. We looked around and we found a place, and it has been a multi-week project to just get things moved between the houses. Girl dinner. This is the new studio space / my bedroom. The 2 lights here that are kind of, this might break the magic, but there's the big studio light right there, and the even bigger big studio light right there that I'm using as my hair. This is not the only place in this house we'll be shooting video. We do have the whole house. This is just one suite of it. The actual sleeping area is also not final because my bed is gonna be replaced with one of those, they're called Murphy beds, and they basically go up against your wall and you can fold the bed into it. Oh, and this is the garage, which right now is still full of a lot of our old stuff. Some of the stuff we're keeping, some of it is going to be going, either being donated or like getting sold. The vision here, guys, is I want to put stuff on the ceiling, like hexagon lights and some studio lights in here. And this will not just be for the Cars channel. I'm also gonna be doing stuff for like Ivy Coalition will be done in here. We're gonna do it with a custom light setup, and I'm really excited because I really wanna go ham with just like making my streams and everything the best that they can possibly be. But in my heart, I know that making videos and wanting to make people smile and doing really cool stuff, like, you know, the intro of this video with all of the different shots that we took and with the riffraff dancing bit, that was fun. I had a great time doing that. And my bottom line is I want to make really cool stuff that people look at and go, oh my God, I really want to share this with somebody else. That is my bottom line, is just making cool stuff that is memorable. And see, with a new space comes other new and interesting things. This here is my all-time dream camera, which is not set up. Right now I'm using one of my Sony cameras. But this guy right here is a camera that I've been wanting to be able to get for a long time, but I couldn't justify it for a long time. Basically, the long and short of all of this is I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere. Thanks to all of your incredibly generous support, I don't need to rely on things like sponsorships. Ivycomb Store is the main thing that has made all of this possible. So if you want some really cool, fresh, furry merch, you guys should go check out the merch store at ivycomb.store. It genuinely makes a massive difference. It's how I'm able to afford to give my friend a job, and actually multiple of my friends' jobs, so thank you all so much for that. Please consider supporting the merch. It actually makes a massive difference. Like I was saying, the bottom line of all this is I want to have fun. I want to share that fun with all of you, because in the current age of people doing nothing but engagement baiting and using AI and all of the things like this, I really think we need more old school authentic YouTubers. I grew up as someone who watched authentic old school YouTubers, and we just don't have much of that anymore. And to be honest with you guys, I don't really want to fall into that trap. I don't want to be making engagement bait slop. I want to make art. That's what I grew up doing. I grew up loving art. I grew up loving YouTube, because YouTube was a place for artists and weirdos and freaks to come around and just be nerds. And that's what we're gonna be doing next year. There are still gonna be vlogs. As a matter of fact, the AFC vlog is almost finally done. In case it isn't obvious, the reason that the AFC vlog has been delayed several times has been because of the move and people getting sick and things going wrong, and it's been a whole thing, but I've been working on it, okay? That video was over 13 hours of footage, guys. I have been working on it, okay? I'm always working. But yeah, TLDR, there's gonna be more vlogs, there's gonna be more video essays, there's gonna be a lot more experimental stuff, and really treating this more like a filmmaking experiment than like a TV show. That's how I see it anyway. Either way, I hope you guys liked this video. If you didn't, make sure you dislike that video and send me a mean email. My name is Ivycomb, and I will see you all in a few days, probably. It's not, I can promise you it's not gonna be like another month before the next. I don't really know how I'm gonna end this video.